Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of How Did We Get Here? Wow, it's like what? It's almost the end of February, man. Sorry, end of February. It's almost the end of January. It's crazy, how time has fly. Oh, right. Before I continue, uh, I am your host Isaac, and here with my co-host Mao.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Mao. How are you doing, man?
I'm
I
great.
how
Yeah.
Hey, February is coming soon, man.
Yeah.
It's January's ending. I mean, first month of 2026.
Yep.
It's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah. Ramadan. Bulan puasa is coming.
All right. Ramadan, the fasting,
Yeah. The
the
fasting month.
fasting month. Damn.
Yep.
Yeah, and don't forget about that. And there's actually a few more stuffs. There's actually a few more days.
Yeah.
Thaipusam,
Yes, sir.
Chinese New Year. Holy shit, the whole treat package. I mean, Deepavali is the main thing. Like, it's the same thing like Chinese New Year and Hari Raya, but yeah, Thaipusam is very well known, celebrated among the people in Malaysia, the Indians. Okay, but yeah, and also non public holiday, Valentine's Day is coming up
Yeah.
as well.
Another holiday we're looking forward for.
Uh, would you consider a holiday?
Maybe a day, like a celebration day. I don't know. Holidays sounds more easier to say.
Okay, fair enough. But
Yeah.
yeah, uh, just to all the people out there, Valentine's Day doesn't mean you have to celebrate with your partner, but also can celebrate with your loved ones. Remember
Yeah.
your family, your friends. Okay, just remember that. It's not always about your boyfriend or girlfriend, your partner, and so on. Just also don't forget about your loved ones as well. They were there for you as well.
Yeah. It's a celebration for love.
Yeah,
Yeah. Love is for
spread the love.
everyone. Spread the
Yeah,
love.
spread
Spread
the love.
peace and love.
Yeah,
That's
and
how boomers you
hopefully
say.
yeah, and hopefully, I hope you're all doing well, and keep your, I would say, your health well, physical health, mental health, and so on. And which we will be talking about today, from physical health to the mental health. So, two before we continue overall it. So just to give a quick, talk about it. I have read the news lately, and I've seen the helpline for the mental health situation, the mental health calls. It has been on the rise, and I mean, I don't have the numbers right now, but I can. But from what I recall, is the number of calls has been on the rise, and people has been approaching out to this cause to get help, and hopefully, whoever is listening to us, I hope you're doing well. I hope you, if you're not seeking professional help, try to get some help in one way or another, or try to. I mean, okay, I don't honestly, just do your best. Try to reach help. Again, just FYI, we are not professional mental health. We are just here. We heard about it, and that's all we can say. Mel, you want to add on anything about this mental health?
Yeah, for people who suffers or anything, if you struggling, the best way possible is ask for help, because it's not what's it called? I know it's not easy, but it's the best for you.
Yeah,
And helpline is the one that's closest. Can dial the numbers. I can put it on description if you want to check it out, if you need it, or on the screen right now. So yeah, love
yeah.
yourself.
Please do reach out. Please do reach
Yeah.
out. All right, all right. So, speaking of this mental health, right? And before we continue, right? So, uh, in our country, okay, I will say in Southeast Asia. I don't want to talk about what in general. Uh, when we talk about mental health, it's a bit kind of a taboo to some people. It's quite well known to the Asian countries, right? We don't see mental health as an issue. We just
Yeah.
see it as like, I don't know how to say, but yeah. And I can say this because from my own perspective, uh, mental health wasn't very not it's not a very common topic that was talked among my family members,
Yeah.
and and I mean, they are aware of it, but they don't see it as I don't know. They just take it like a normal thing, like just take it just another day, just it's just like your own another situation and so on, etc. Just another day. You just have to walk it off, and distract yourself and so on, etc., etc. And yeah, I would say that. I will just put it that way. Yeah.
I mean, in my perspective about mental health, most likely it's about, how culture push and certain kind of what do you call it, like a stigma onto someone. Most likely I think it's not a cultural thing, it's more on the gender side. Some, like I said, I'm not professional, men are hardly open up about their mental health, and that really shows on the charts.
I guess no, I mean the man has hard time expressing because the masculinity,
Yeah,
and we're like, we are men, we don't talk about feelings, we talk
yeah,
about football, we talk about cars, we talk about this, this and that.
yeah,
We have a duty to do. We are men. We are not you know meant to express. But yeah, and it's like showing you like a weak side, has a weak side. It's like, oh, this guy is weak. He's having this issue and so on, etc. But yeah.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, okay. Anyhow, yeah, I mean, we'll talk about this later a bit more, but so today's topic is from physical health to mental health.
yeah,
So, okay, so what I meant by physical health, so back then, before all of this, emotional and mental health has been on the rise. Back then, the boomers or your ancestors, your grandpa, grandma, your great 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 grandpa, and so on, right? Back then, I don't know. I can't say it from their behalf, but from what I understand is I think it's just more of like physical health because back then not everyone was born rich and everyone has struggles, and I mean mental health maybe was there, but it was quite not known, I
yeah,
guess, to put it that way. And physical health, why I say physical, because like all the the back hurts, the knee pain, the knee joints, the whole headaches and so on, because back then not everyone who was not born with a silver spoon.
yeah,
They had to work their ass off, just to like help the children. That's been like your grandpa, your grandma, great grandfather, supporting your grandfather, and then I mean the cycle continues. So everyone just working hard for the next generation, and they just keep working hard. You know what they say, like, I work hard so my son or daughter can continue the studies or doing this and that, and one day I'll be proud. Of course I will sacrifice my health, my injuries, and so I just go on with it. I think back then they don't even take medical leaves and stuff.
yeah. But okay, here's my perspective. Because these people from older generations, they don't really open up or document their mental health. Most likely they're gonna glorify about their work before. They used to work in this kind of field. They are proud to do this. They are like, for example, oh, I'm proud because I built my own house or bought my own home. But they don't really disclose to people like, uh on this date I having my depression. They don't really disclose on that because nobody gonna listen. That's obvious. That's one thing, because that's how they are process stuff. Most likely they process things that they are open to talk about something they're proud of, which is, that's a normal thing. And also when they get much older, they are starting to whine about their body because parts of them start to deteriorate, and then they start to hurt, like back pain, knee pain, and all that stuff. And also
Mm.
both kind of topics, both kind of sides also relates on each other, because your physical health also impacts your mental health can also impact physical health. So if we keep listening to this, not gonna say we don't need to listen to them, but they always gonna tell you the same story. But if you start to ask them the wrong questions, they're not gonna say anything. That's one thing.
It reminds me of the meme. Back in my days,
Yeah,
we don't
yeah,
have this.
yeah,
We last time we walked like we swam across the river just to get to school. We had
yeah,
to climb the trees and ropes and stuff. I don't know, walk like 5 kilometers. Just to get to school. There were no buses. Yeah, it just reminds me of the meme back. But again, I'm not trying to make fun of it. It's just saying like, how back then our great grandparents or grandparents just say this stuff. So like, oh, how much we have gone through just to get you all here today. I mean, I am grateful for my ancestors, I guess, or my
yeah,
grandpa I don't know, grandparents, great grandparents, because I mean, and also my parents, of course, because if it wasn't for them, we won't be here, doing this recording
Yeah,
and just sharing.
yeah.
Yeah, I am grateful for them. I am grateful. Don't get me wrong. I am grateful. But yeah. Hmm.
Parts of their
So,
hustle is also our, greatest kind of gift for us.
but surprisingly, this cycle has been on repeating to I guess to the millennials ish,
Yeah,
because I think has things has been progressing right from our great grandfathers and so on, right. I mean, it's shifted and the cycles just keep coming and coming. And now, everything has been, time has changed, We
yeah,
have we have automobiles, meaning cars, vans, trucks, and so on, which has, how to say, uh, make our life a bit easier.
yeah,
We have laptops, we have computers, last time, everything we had to go one place to another, and now everyone's just like, okay, with a few clicks of the laptop or our phone, and it's like boom, settle.
yeah,
Everything is so easy. You don't have to run all the way to the next site. It's like, hey, it's your friend here or not? No, no, no. You don't have to now. You just call. Everything's just so straightforward. You don't have to run like 10 like 1 kilometer away just to reach out to your friend. Hey, yeah, along the way because you might get injured.
yeah. People, yeah. Also, I'm gonna continue. Not gonna continue. Like,
Yeah.
older generation people, they glorify their struggle, but they're not very put on concern on the other side of struggle, which is mental
Hmm.
health.
I mean, they might have encountered, and don't get me wrong, they
Yeah,
have got encountered, but they just never put it out. They never express it, and
yeah,
and I feel like we not to say break the cycle or break the chain. Yeah, I think it's to break the chain. I think that now we should really take mental health seriously because
yeah.
people who has taken their lives. Can I say that?
People, people take mental health much more seriously.
And this is a huge concern because I mean, I am not who to judge like what you have gone through or what you have done. I'm not the person to judge. I'm not the person to say, but you know, at the end of the day, we're still human beings. We have our flaws.
Yeah,
But yeah. Okay, okay. I mean, as much we wanted to talk about mental health, but I mean, we still had to talk about what has caused this rise of this mental health. We have been talking like, oh, we had to be talking about this, but what has been going on? What causes this?
yeah,
So I think it comes to now this era where everyone has been trying to work hard for their family. Who are now who plans to start a family or find a partner, and time has been tough on us. Because inflation's on the rise.
mm,
Now I know some financial situations. I mean, I can tell. I mean, we all have loans to settle. We all have debts to settle, and so on, etc. And the salary we're given is that sufficient enough?
yeah.
And people now have to do side hustles just to get to the next day and so on. Just to live off the next coming month. People have been working so hard that don't even have the time to take a break.
Those kind of points is pretty much the tip of the iceberg, basically. All your points, all those topics. But we need to know mental health, like depression or struggles and all stuff like that. They can be also already inside of them because of how they grow up. The environment also very important because they've been go through a similar cycle over and over again every single day. So that's another factor that can cause the mental health instability. uh, and all those economy society kind of situation, it's pretty much the thing that comes after. It's pretty much like another web that connected to another web. So this negative kind of huge negativity, uh, it must be, I'm not going to say eliminated, but it must be discussed so people understands more, so people can be more willing to open about it.
Actually, right, you're right. Actually, I forgot about that. All of this, it could have started from childhood.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot about that. I just realized when you pointed out, right? I was just realized, right, there were students who actually uh, you know, they left,
Yeah.
and some of the parents were, how to say, saddened by the incidents. I read a few, like, there are students who has gone,
Yeah.
and surprisingly, okay, I think this one, I think I have not shared, but I think, okay, people may have been aware. So this happened during my uni days. So I actually saw this college student. She was studying A levels.
Mm.
I seen her a lot of times in the campus. She was studying and studying and studying. I think it was during, at the end of the the A levels, the semester, right? She jumped off the building.
Oh, that's sad, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I never talked to her. I never talked to her. I just seen her every time when I was campus, meeting up with my friends or doing some studies, right? I seen her a lot of times. And when I heard the news about, who was, there was a case of a student jump off the building. And when I found out who was the student, I was quite shocked, because I mean, I wasn't the same class as her, I wasn't the same semester as her, or whatever, but I was just so shocked that, you know, that I've seen her a few times, and honestly, in my thought, I thought I could, like, maybe have a talk to her, something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know, because again, I seen her a lot of times during around in campus. She was running around campus, studying all the time. And I was not expecting that person, that random student that I always see all the time, and she just happened like that. It was just crazy. I don't know. In my mind, I just feel like maybe I could have a talk with her.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I don't know, but yeah lah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's
it's just so painful. I mean, I don't know her at all, but just finding out that this random stranger that you've seen her a few times is just crazy. It's just out of nowhere, boom, just like that, she's gone.
there's a
Oh
term for
man.
that. It's called strangers. What's it called? Damn. It's just on the tip of my head. It's like strangers guilt. Something, some sort
Uh,
of that. Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a term for that.
Wow. I never heard of it, man.
Yeah.
But well, I think now you're giving me now, since I know now, I think I am having the guilt now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It happens like quite often, almost to everybody, I can say. Like for some reason we never knew that person, but sometimes we thought we can help because everybody with their right mind want to help some people who's struggling, which is, it's psychological.
Yeah.
We want to help people. That's optimistic. We haven't talked about different kind of perspective of psychology, but we are
Mm,
talking on the majority of people. People want to help each other because they are just we are just like them also, you
yeah.
know so
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay to have feelings that you want to help, but you missed on that chance because
Mm,
there's a sense of want to help.
yeah.
So the best thing to pour out that kind of guilt is to help other people that's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to add one more thing, I just realized it's almost like 10 years ago, man.
Oh,
That case.
that's a
Yeah.
long time. You keep it that long for a long time.
No, I mean, it's not to say I keep it long, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't get to share it to people a lot, but I think, when it comes to this episode, I guess, like, when you talk about the students, the trauma, I was like, oh my God, damn,
Yeah.
it just reminded me back then, it's just like, I think it was just stored in the brain, somewhere in my brain,
Yeah.
but, when we were just talking about this, it's like, boom, just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like roughly like 10 years ago, man. That was just crazy. Yep. I hope she's, RIP lah, rest in peace.
I hope her family goes. I hope for the best for the families.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that. Sorry about that.
We
Yeah.
go a bit
Yeah.
dark here. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I wasn't expecting to share that story, but it just so happened.
Yeah.
But yeah. Uh, yeah. I mean, mental health has been, like Mao said, it has started from childhood,
Yep.
and along the way, I mean, it could not be starting from childhood, but along the way, I think when you started getting older, you're starting to trying to find out what to do with your life. I think that's also another possibility that actually, starts the mental health. You
Yeah.
know, you get depressed, you might get anxiety, you get might stress,
Yeah.
and so on. As the SAD, stress, anxiety, and depression.
Yep.
But yeah. Okay. Now,
Yep.
what else you want to add on?
Another thing is, if you, like I said, we already repeat this. If you are struggling with most of the things we're talking about, or some of them, do reach out to the helpline, the the better helpline. I don't. That's not me.
We just share. We just share it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
share the
We just
numbers
share.
if you really need that help.
Yeah. We just
Yeah,
share.
yeah.
I guess carry on. Think you want to add on anything? No.
Uh, Not really, but we can talk about physical health. We talk a lot.
Sorry. What?
We peel a lot of mental health kind of topic. We haven't talked a lot of physical health.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
What do you want to add on the physical health?
Physical health is, yeah, it's similar with mental health. The
Mm.
smaller thing also matters to you. You know, physical health isn't just go out and exercise. Physical health also includes your hygiene, your what's it called, your habits and your addictions.
Mm.
Because all of this relates to one another. Also, like I said, physical health and mental health relates to each other. Like I said, if you have a good routine, you might have a good physical health, but it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Um, and also, once you perfected this part, it will be such a breeze walk after that. It's such an easy walk for that. Like, let's take an example. Hygiene. Take a shower and all that, and then wear a good clean clothes, and then keep yourself clean and good. When you clean, you feel good. You
Yeah.
know, smell good, feel good. That's all I can say. And also kick all the bad habits. All the bad all the negativity, all the bad what's it called, addictions. Addiction can be anything. Some people overlook on that. Addiction can
Yeah.
be like cigarette addiction, drug addiction, spending addiction, on social media addiction. There's a lot of different kind of addiction that can degrade your life, your physical health, and your mental health. And
Yeah. I
also,
mean, don't forget about drinking addiction.
yeah, also
People like,
alcoholism, another thing.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I kind of forget about drinking addiction
yeah,
because I'm not
yeah.
a drinker. I never drink alcohol.
I barely drink alcohol.
Yeah.
I barely drink alcohol. My alcohol toleration is very low, so I'm not a big drinker.
One shot
But
could
yeah,
kill you.
let's say one shot kill me. It's just that my alcohol tolerance is not very good. I just drink one, like, I can drink one beer and then I just puke, something like that.
Ah,
I'm very weak. I don't train. People say that you just need to train, Isaac. You just need to train. Just keep on sipping, right, and then you get the hang of it. I'm like, sorry, I'm not interested.
yeah. And I never drink in my life. The closest thing I drink is to spray a perfume directly inside of my mouth. That's the closest thing. It sounded dumb, but I think it's almost a similar thing. It's
Okay,
alcohol,
okay.
it's alcohol, but different kind of alcohol.
Yeah, I thought it was hand sanitizer. I thought there was more alcohol in there.
I don't know. Perfume smells good. Sometimes just, pick a dare, $20, 20 ringgit, spray inside my mouth. Why not? Easy 20. I'm a dumb.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Well,
Why would you spray perfume to your mouth?
it's
I
a
mean, to your face, right? It must be direct to your mouth, right?
it's
To
it,
have
it's a bet.
alcohol, quote unquote.
It's a bet.
Okay, it's so random, but all right, all right.
Oh,
But
another thing, talking about betting, gambling addiction. Yeah,
yes.
don't do
Okay,
that.
so I mean, it's fun to gamble now and then, but
Yeah,
please do not put your whole savings and so on into your whole gambling. I mean, what again? Go reach out for help if you
yeah,
have encountered any addiction. Okay, well, we're not here to judge you. We're not to say what, but if you're hearing this and you have some sort of addiction, we don't know whatever it is. Gambling, uh, pleasure addiction, and so on.
yeah,
Shopping. Yes, don't forget about shopping.
yeah.
People
Shopping
who are stressed
addiction.
out, they shopping addiction. Yeah, whatever addiction, please do reach out for help. Please do reach out to. And if you do not want to reach out professional help, it's okay. do reach out to maybe your friend, your loved one, whoever it is that you can think of in the top of your mind. Okay,
Yeah.
just do it. Yeah, you know, I just realized, you know, when you're talking about physical health, right? I forgot about the inside of your body. You know, like your organs, like
Oh
your
yeah.
heart, your liver. You know, when you speak of you're speaking of, sorry, not gambling, about drinking, right?
Yeah.
What's the first thing that will affect your kidneys, your
Your
liver?
liver. Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, and there's one thing, you know, like always do your blood test, you know, because
Oh yeah.
uh uh is it even considered under physical health, or just, you know what, just let's go with health.
It is. It is under
Yeah, let's
physical
get on
health
that. Oh, is
because
it okay?
it's a good routine. It's part of a routine. Once you get older, like older than 25, right? You should do
Okay.
like a blood screening every 6 months or every 3 months or 4 or 5 months.
Or was
You
it young?
don't need to do like frequently. You can just do those blood works for knowing if you have like some sort of like a hypertension, like hereditary kind of diseases, you know.
Mm.
We can carry those inside of a gene. And also, you know, if you feel a bit more, you can do some cancer research onto your body, like doing some bioscope on that. If you're
Yeah.
a bit of scared about that,
Yeah.
like myself, I always do my blood tests, follow up my doctors, you know, to check out my blood routine. Thankfully, most of them are good. Most of them are good, but I have my own struggle. And
Yeah.
also, do please do visit your dentist. That's 100%. Some people overlook on that. Most of them on smokers, people who smokes, they need to go to the dentist. And if some people say, oh, it's a bit expensive, they don't have time for that, you can just go to, if you're Malaysian, go to your clinic kerajaan, your community clinic. I can say RM2 per session, and you're gonna do it like uh 6 months apart. So it's a good deal. But do plan ahead because the line, the scheduling is a bit packed.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah,
I understand where you're coming from.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
All
another
right.
routine talks.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
you know, when it comes to all of this, right? Last time, I think back then there wasn't much of like all this medical fancy check. You know, it's just like do all the basic blood draw tests, you know, and dental. Yes, it was there and so
yeah.
on. But now we have add on like therapy or
Mm.
like psychologists.
Yeah, the psychologist like what's it called, the counselings.
Yeah, counseling. Yeah, yeah. Now we have all of this, you know, and I'm glad that people now, I'm not just talking about Malaysia, but in the world, is now focusing on mental health as well. And
Yeah,
I'm actually glad that Malaysia is also, uh, how to say, making effort into it, because I believe back then mental health wasn't taken seriously enough.
yeah,
I think it was around 2010-ish, but as the cases of suicide is on the rise, uh, thank God Malaysia has taken note of it and has like, oh, okay, these kind of cases has been ongoing. You know, we're not talking about like physical health. We're not talking about like, oh, cancer. We're not talking about smoking or any injuries and so on. But also what's going on in the person's mind
yeah.
that is also now been affecting people.
Yep.
You know, everyone. I'm not just talking about Malaysia, but just talking about everyone in the world. And I'm glad that, you know, everyone, again, I'm sorry to repeat this, but I'm really, really appreciating that everyone is actually starting to make a change to to make a better future for everyone, you know, and hopefully to help people who are struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like a bit of different perspective on this
Mm.
because people are struggling. A lot of people are struggling, you know.
Yep.
And also we have a tons of different kind of experts or doctors in Malaysia.
Yep.
Most of them are Malaysian, right? So we have a lot of resource on that. Why not we use them? You know,
Yep.
because you know, like I said, the community clinic they also offers counseling. Also, you need to schedule
Mm-hmm.
ahead, of course, and or you can go to private kind of counseling. It gonna cost you a bit more, but you're gonna know it's an option for you to get better. It's not a
Mm-hmm.
cure. Yes, it's not a cure, but an option for you to get better. Because there's always a word like said, the first step is always gonna be the best step. You know,
Mm.
you're always gonna aware for your first step, whether it's physical or mental health. You know, for example, for people who going through, I don't know, obesity, for example, go to doctors. You know, check your blood. I'm gonna give a few of my side, right? For people who are afraid to go to see doctors do blood tests, you don't need to be afraid of them because they are professionals and they be paid to do good. They are not evil. They are not there to do experiments on you. No, you're not suffering from unknown disease. We are not living in unknown country with unknown disease. All kind of disease that we are sufferers already exist. But we need to
Mm.
aware something. They are trying to help, and you shouldn't be afraid to ask for help. A lot of
Yeah.
people, not just Malaysians, out there also, they are
Yeah.
a tad bit afraid to seek for professional help.
Mm.
But don't worry, they try to help you, and you will get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree. Yeah. Speaking of mental health, right? Speaking of all of this, right? So, again, this is so random because, have you heard of this series called Ted Lasso?
Yeah, I know. It's about
Yeah,
the
yeah,
football coach.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
from America,
So,
right?
yeah, yeah, it's from America, but he was transferred to England
Yeah.
to teach British football. So
Yep.
American football
The
to
real
British football.
football.
Yeah. So yeah. So I'm not sure you have watched it. So I have been watching it, and it was really quite interesting because I've seen shots, but they never actually touch on the a bit more the mental health part actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So Ted Lasso himself, the coach, dude, I tell you, this guy is so optimistic, man. He has never been so. I have never seen him being negative at all. I've seen like one or two scenes, but the rest of the way, right, from the first episode to the final episode, right, to where they are right now, I have never seen him negative at all. Even though the friends who closest to him, right, backstab him or betray him, right, he said nothing. He didn't do anything. He just showed him kindness. Okay, but among all that positive and kindness and everything, right? I mean, I'm glad that the writers that actually put this particular scene where he was struggling within himself. He was having panic attacks. He was. I think he has a bit of a failure. Not to say failure. I think he was like, his the marriage. Yeah, his marriage. He died. He went for he got a divorce and so on. Then he had panic attacks and he had panic attacks. So along the way, it was quite interesting because it was showing him like, you know, even the most positive person or even the kindest person is also struggling.
Yeah.
Just don't. He's just showing everything on the outside. He's like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. Has a what, this and that. I'm howdy great and so on." But deep down, he's actually struggling. He's just he just don't show it. He just never reach out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad along the way he started reaching out actually, and he actually reached out to professional help. He wasn't suicidal. He was just having panic attacks. He was just, I would say, unstable.
Yeah.
I think he just had. I would just like I said, I would say these are episodes. He just had these panic attack episodes. I
Yeah.
would just put it that way. Yeah, and I'm glad along the way in the throughout the series he actually reached out for help, and I'm glad for that. And it's good to know regardless what we are good or bad, negative, positive, whatever, boy, girl, man, female, and so on, etc. Everyone is hiding something. Okay,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we're all strangers.
Yep.
Okay, we're all people. We Whatever happened to you or me or whoever we have talked to or spoken to, friends, strangers, and so on, we don't know. Okay, whether they why they so rude, why they voice out, why they hit this person, why they hit that person, why they screaming at each other and so on, why flip out, we don't know what's going on there, and this is something that we should respect. And if you care that person enough, you will be listening instead of just talking and judging.
Yeah.
Don't say, oh, Mahal, I think this guy has been facing some issues, man. And don't judge.
Yeah.
Just communicate. And I think this is one thing that people we lack of
Yeah.
communication, and that's the one thing. And also one more thing, not just only communicate, not just about talking, but also listening. And when I meant listening, I meant active listening.
Yeah.
And I had to say this: we in the world, I think we are lacking in this so-called skill, active listening, because since everyone has been so busy with your phones, right? Like every time you just go out, hey, let's hang out. Okay, sure. And when we're hanging out, right, everybody's on the phone, and one person's like, hey, the reason for I'm reaching out to this to have this hangout, right, is because I am going some issue. But again, depending on how your friends are, some of them just playing with your phone and just yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, cool, 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 cool. Okay, it's like wait, what, and so on, and those are passive listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this is something that people need to work on these days.
Yeah.
Back then, before mobile phone, smartphone came in, everyone, I would say active listening. Maybe I could be wrong, but now active listening, that skill has been going down. I have to say this because of why? Mobile phones, smart
Yeah.
tech. That's it.
I
Yeah.
mean, this kind of situation also happens to be part of my problem. I be listening to people at the same time. I don't know how to reply to the people. Like they
Mm.
trying to say something a bit deep, say something a bit. They trying to confess. They opens their house out. So I just keep listening. I'm really want to open up with a perspective, my own perspective, or a solution, which is not a good idea to give a direct solution to people who are suffering or struggling, because we are not professional, by the way. I'm not
Yeah.
professional, by the way. But listening is good. It's good enough to listen, but at least you need to aware what you're listening to. They are
Yeah.
not a different people. Most likely people gonna open up to you is whether your families or your friends or somebody that actually relates to you. So the best way possible is sometimes you need to learn to actually, when people open up to you, you should just listen and then understand. Sometimes people show emotions like crying and they'll start yelling and start blaming themselves. Um, do not like enhance their emotion. Try to calm them down. Try to bring them back. And some people say, "Oh, be quiet is it's a better solution," but depends on your situation. You need to understand that you don't need to just stand there quiet and listen to their vent or listen to their, uh, open up themselves. But sometimes you
Yeah.
need to, you know, be front
Mm.
for them,
Yeah.
because you are supporting someone who's struggling. Because
Mm.
someday the situation gonna flip. Who knows? We're not hoping for people who to suffer, but you know things happen, shit happens, and
Yeah.
help is always around the corner.
I think that's all we have for
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Mal and I, we have shared our perspectives. I think we have shared some of our stories,
Yeah.
you know, and I hope that what our stories are, what we have shared has, hopefully help you in a way. If not, it's okay. I mean, uh, we're not professionals.
Yeah.
Just saying, yeah. If it does give you inspiration of some sort, or to reach out to people, I'm glad that we are able to do that. Of course, again, we will share out those numbers. If you need professional help and so on lah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyhow, I think this topic has a bit of a turn of an event. We wasn't expecting we share some personal stories in a way.
Yep.
But yeah. So thank you all. I guess I think not much to say, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, please do take care of yourself,
Yeah.
physical health or mental health, emotional health, whatever health it is. Please, 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 please do take care of yourself. I know it's quite a tough time for all of us, and I can't say what how you all struggle and so on. I don't know what you've been through, but one way or another, I hope you feel better and hope you get to work things out.
Yeah. Like a quote that maybe a quote, maybe a lyric, I don't know, but basically, hug yourself before you hand out your hands to help others. That's one thing.
Mm. Or
All right.
Start to love yourself.
Yeah, start to love
Just
yourself.
simple.
Justin
Yeah.
Bieber. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good song, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, it's simple as that. Love
Yeah,
yourself
love
first.
yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Focus on yourself. Then you only focus on others.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and have a good day, good night, have a good rest. Remember, so this is Isaac, this is Mao.
Yep.
Podcast out.
Podcast out. Bye bye.